As you all know, CSR can have a tremendous impact to companies and communities in Serbia. As we've already heard this morning, CSR is certainly not an entirely new concept in Serbia. There are many examples, award-winning examples, that have illustrated the attention CSR is gaining in Serbia. This morning, I want to address how these concepts that we've already heard about this morning and will continue to hear about affects Serbia directly and how it affects all of you in this room. For various reasons, Serbia possesses some unique characteristics that make an integrated CSR strategy all the more valuable to companies operating here. I'd like to use my time to highlight the importance that CSR plays in the success of a business and its relationship to its community. Far be it from me to try to define corporate social responsibility. Maybe I should sit in on a Megatrend class and I can actually hear what they feel the definition is. But there really is no simple, comprehensive definition. Some say CSR is the idea that businesses should not function amorally, but instead should contribute to the welfare of their communities. As Mr. Afonte suggested earlier, CSR is the belief that companies should take into account the social, ethical, and environmental effects of its activities on its staff and the community around it. A more specific definition states that CSR is a firm's sense of responsibility towards the community and the environment, both ecological and social, in which it operates and from which it draws resources from. Regardless of the definition, the concept is contrary to the antiquated view of a corporation, which suggests that the corporation's primary, if not sole responsibility, is to its owners or stakeholders. The modern view of a company that incorporates CSR requires organizations to adopt a broader view of its responsibilities that includes not only those stakeholders, but also other constituencies, including employees, suppliers, customers, local community, local national governments, environmental groups, etc. I think that if you see one overriding theme in what I've just said, and these various definitions, is the relationship between corporations and the community. And everybody in this room, myself included, are the community. We're all the community. Herein lies the issue specific to Serbia, at least in my opinion. The relationships between corporations and the local community, and corporations and the local and national governments need to be strengthened. While the Serbian public's perception of corporations, and here I'm mostly referring to large corporations, has improved in many cases, there still exists a mixed view towards large Serbian companies. As a result, there is a certain apprehension on the part of the government officials to publicly endorse corporations or the leaders of corporations because of the underlying public perception. Clearly, there is a need to rehabilitate these relationships. The public needs to have trust. You need to have trust that companies care about the local community through their actions and philosophy. And this philosophy is, again, what Mr. Infante talked about when you talk about an integrated business plan that includes CSR as a normal way of business. He highlighted Coca-Cola. This is the company that operates not with a special exception for CSR, but as an integrated approach to their everyday business. The ultimate motivation for corporations to practice social responsibility should not be simply financial motivation, but the more an ethical one. Like I said, the public needs to trust that companies are not just acting in their own best interest, or worse, contrary to the interests of the public, which I will discuss more in a minute. Again, integrated CSR programs provide a tremendous opportunity to change this public perception and improve the overall business climate in Serbia. I would argue that now is a perfect time to start or increase a company's CSR activities. We're all painfully aware that the economic downturn has slowed the flow of foreign direct investment into Serbia and caused many expansion plans to be put on hold. We all hope that increases. The cost of living will be better, per capita income will go up as FDI increases. We simply are in a lull, but no better time now and address these issues. Therefore, now more than ever, these companies need to evaluate their philosophy and look for ways to better improve their company's relationships with their customers, with their suppliers, local communities, and various levels of government.